I'm talking to the cops right now. I'm showing them the video. Can you guys
Are we able to send a link to get a copy of this?
Yeah, definitely, of course. You guys already know. I know the drill.
What is your underground?
At this point, they start speeding up the video so we can't tell what they're saying. This is the first bit of shadiness that I noticed.
Yes. She's the only one that maced. And she got all of her friends, too. They went inside this building. So what's going to happen?
Just give me 1 second here.
All right, I'll meet you guys over here.
So what she's gonna say is that you bumped into her.
Nah, fuck that. I'm walking on the sidewalk, bro.
You are walking on the
I was
sidewalk.
walking on the sidewalk, and she pepper sprayed me because I'm here, bro.
But watch this though. Like, you come up.
They are blocking my
behind her.
path. Look, I can't go anywhere because they're blocking my path.
Tommy, you're going in circles around their group.
Yeah, exactly, on the sidewalk.
You're walking all the way around.
So you're gonna justify her pepper spraying me for walking on the sidewalk?
Behind her, like,
No, do you not see the person blocking me to where I can't go anywhere else, bro?
where are you trying to go?
I'm trying to go on the curb, walking on the sidewalk.
You're trying to which direction are you trying to go?
That way.
That way?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, and they're blocking my path,
So
and then she sprays me from the side. Come on now, bro.
Hey, for 1 second. Tommy,
Nah.
come from that way and come back this way.
Yeah, I'm walking around the news media that's doing fake news. Is that illegal?
You're allowed to go in circles around them.
And they're allowed to block me and watch where I'm going?
Bring it down. Bring it down.
Nah, this is
trying to work with you,
bro.
But in order to take a case to court, we have to overcome certain barriers.
Okay, so me walking
That's
and
what I'm
getting
trying
blocked.
to do.
Me walking and getting blocked is enough for her to pepper spray me, right?
Tommy, hear me out, okay?
Come on,
you
bro.
keep interrupting me. That's making this difficult to have this conversation, all right?
Because you're trying to make excuses for her,
I'm
bro.
not trying to make excuses. We have to overcome the defense that a defense attorney is going to put forward.
Okay.
Okay.
Me walking on the sidewalk is enough reason for her to pepper spray me. So if I would have
That's not
punched her
what
for
I'm saying.
pepper spraying me, then I would be going to jail, right?
Tommy, you're putting words in my mouth here, man. All right. You're walking in circles around people.
I'm walking because they're blocking my fucking path, so I have nowhere else to go but this way. She's literally blocking my path. I have nowhere else to go but this way. And you're making excuses for her pepper spraying me and then following me around.
So we're still gonna go and deal with this. I'm trying to get ahead of, like, you gotta address the arguments the defense is gonna make.
That's fine, I get that.
Okay.
But
Do you have any more reason besides you had nowhere else to go besides walking into?
yeah, they were blocking my path and wouldn't let me go this way, so I had to go in between them. I didn't bump into her. She bumped into me and then sprayed me on purpose, bro.
Okay. That's gonna be hard to argue from the video.
Okay, well then Shane will press charges too.
Let me finish my sentence, dude. I agree with you that her following you and pepper spraying you is completely unprovoked and indefensible. Okay. I'm just trying to walk through here if there's any arguments that we need to make now before we go and make an arrest. If there's any more evidence I need to consider.
Well, I'll get Shane over here and he's pressing charges too.
In Oregon, police officers cannot provide legal advice to victims. While they can provide legal information such as explaining a statute or describing court procedures, providing specific legal advice such as recommending whether to accept a plea deal, or interpreting the laws in a specific way without being an attorney is a big no-no. What that cop was doing by explaining the court procedure and how he should craft a narrative, these are the barriers that we have to overcome, this is what she's going to say, that's what we need to get a good conviction. These are all things that the district attorney's supposed to be doing, the person's lawyer's supposed to be doing. Definitely not this cop that's not a lawyer. This is uncategorically unlawful what this cop is doing. Here's some bullet points showing what's prohibited to advise somebody if you're not a lawyer. Interpreting how a judge might rule on a specific piece of evidence. Interpreting how a judge might look at a specific piece of evidence. This cop was literally sitting there helping him craft a narrative of how his report to the cop would be perceived in court. And it's just unlawful. The only time I've ever seen this kind of stuff happen is when I've looked at videos of cops trying to help other cops script a narrative on how they're going to be perceived in court. This is just crazy. I've been doing police accountability work since 2011. I've literally filmed thousands of police interactions with the public, and this is probably the shadiest crap I've ever seen. The cop is literally giving Tommy legal advice, even though Tommy is cussing at him, just dropping the F-bomb and being very difficult, and the cop is trying so hard to help him win in court. So if you want to help out and have something done about both this cop and Tommy, I would recommend contacting the Oregon State Bar and complaining that this cop is practicing law without a license, sitting there helping him, coaching him on what to say to him when he crafts a report so he has a better chance of convicting his alleged assailant is absolutely just crazy. Send this video to the Oregon State Bar. Another option is the police professional standards. Portland Police Bureau have rules and procedures about their implicit bias. And talking to Tommy, saying, I agree with you, I'm on your side, he said something to the effect of it was completely unreasonable, blah, blah, blah. And working so hard with Tommy, even though he's basically verbally abusing the cop, you need to complain to the Independent Police Review Board. Also, practicing law without a license is something the Internal Affairs Office would like to look at. Okay? This cop could get in trouble and possibly have something happen with his Department of Professional Safety Standards and Training. It's basically his insurance bond to be a cop in Oregon. All this stuff is just unlawful, and it makes me sick to my stomach to watch cops and Tommy do this to people time and time again and arrest people. Get them charges. Something else that I want to point out is there's an incredible amount of monetary incentive for these right-wing people to go to left-wing protests, whether it be something that's anti-war, whether it be something that's anti-ICE, whether it's a protest about May Day, and produce right-wing content and be disruptive. Okay, the Department of Homeland Security is literally allocating $8 million of its budget to pay right-wing commentators and trolls, basically. I'm stammering my words because they're not even media. They're just right-wing trolls to produce pro-ICE, pro-DHS content, and it's just creepy. So yeah. There's one other thing I wanted to mention. When Tommy goes and intentionally goes to where he knows there's going to be a live media broadcast at a protest, he's engaged in a federal law violation called conspiracy against rights. It's unlawful to intentionally try to violate somebody's constitutional rights by making it difficult or by getting them arrested or intimidating them. Okay, walking in a circle around someone while mainstream media is trying to interview them and screaming at them so loud that they can barely hear themselves think in their own head is absolutely violating the corporate news media's First Amendment right to talk about a story and the person trying to speak to the corporate news. So Tommy is literally violating multiple federal laws on a daily, weekly basis by trampling on people's free speech. The dude is a violent goon thug that is known for intimidating and physically attacking left-wing protesters, and something's got to get done about it. Please do, if you're a viewer of this work, check out the links and the information that's been scrolling by as I've been running my mouth. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and make these complaints, make some justice happen. Thanks for watching.